If you're building a new desktop, then the amount of RAM you put in it will go a long way in determining what all you can do on the desktop. However, if your old laptop or desktop has started to slow down, then adding more RAM may help alleviate the problem. Many may be intimidated at the thought of messing around with RAM given how many considerations there are. But in this quick video, we are going to demystify the whole process for you. Before you commence looking for new RAM, you need to ascertain three things. First, the maximum amount of RAM supported by your system and the number of RAM slots. Second, the type of RAM, DDR3 or DDR4. And third is the clock speed. For example, if the total RAM supported is 32 GB and there are 4 RAM slots, then each slot can take a maximum of 8 GB sticks. You can get maximum capacity of your RAM from technical specification sheets of your desktop's motherboard technical specifications. And for your laptop, please check your user manual, service manual, or detailed technical specifications, or else contact the brand customer support to get these details. Now coming to the type of RAM, the newest generation of RAM is designated DDR4 and systems that support DDR4 cannot accommodate DDR3 and vice versa. This is because DDR3 RAM uses a 240-pin connector, while the newer DDR4 RAM uses a 288-pin connector. Another key difference between these two types of RAM are the speeds at which they can transfer data. DDR4 RAM can transfer data at a rate between 2,133 million transfers per second and 4,266 million transfers per second, while DDR3 RAM can only hit data transfer rates between 800 million transfers per second and 2,133 million transfers per second. DDR4 RAM also uses a lower voltage when compared to DDR3 RAM. Let's break up your RAM buying decision into two scenarios. Scenario 1, buying RAM for a new desktop build. Scenario 2, upgrading RAM on your desktop or laptop. If you are setting up a new desktop, you will be able to gather these three key inputs: maximum capacity and slots, type of RAM, and highest clock speeds from motherboard specification sheet. You go ahead and buy compatible RAM for your new desktop basis this. However, if you are upgrading RAM in an existing desktop or laptop, you can ascertain the RAM type and clock speeds using a free tool called CPU-Z. Once you install this app and run this app, go to the Memory tab. It will tell you what type of RAM your system is running. Once you've determined what type generation of RAM you need, the other important specs to keep in mind is the clock speed. Clock speed of a RAM is usually denoted in megahertz. When getting new RAM or adding more RAM to a desktop or laptop, make sure that the clock speed matches what's already in your system. This ensures maximum compatibility. For ascertaining the clock speed too, you can use CPU-Z. Go to the tab SPD where the current RAM's clock speed would be listed. Now once you have ascertained the top RAM capacity and the number of slots of your laptop or desktop, type of RAM and clock speed, you can decide how much you want to upgrade the RAM to and commence your shopping journey. Lastly, it is important to be able to distinguish between desktop and laptop memory while shopping online. There are two ways to do this. The more obvious is that desktop RAM is much longer than laptop RAM. The second way to distinguish them is based on specs. Laptop RAM is designated SODIMM, while desktop RAM is designated DIMM. If you're still unclear, you can just Google the product to get the answer. If you keep the above tips in mind, you would very successfully be able to upgrade the memory in your system, allowing your computer to do more things smoothly. Lastly, we suggest you take help from an expert before installing RAM modules in case you do not have the experience in doing it yourself.